Alright, back to talking about this. Doctor Who. With Colin Baker as the Doctor. So previously, I had discussed what happened in The Mysterious Planet, which is the first story in the Trial of a Time Lord season. And now I will mainly talk about the special features and the special features of this whole Blu-ray collection, the whole season. So it'll take a while to talk about all that. Okay. And then more about Colin Baker. Some quotes. Okay. So the character Glitz would return later in at the end of this season. At the end of this, Colin Baker's last season. He returns later in Glitz returns later in the story The Ultimate Foe. And also, the character Glitz returns later in a Doctor Who story titled Dragonfire during Sylvester McCoy's time as the Doctor. Okay. So what did I think of The Mysterious Planet? I don't think it was my favorite Colin Baker Doctor Who story. It definitely wasn't the one I had seen the most. So I'd had Revelation of the Daleks and The Two Doctors. I had those much longer, very long, many years. I've rewatched these quite a few times. I didn't want to talk about The Two Doctors because it wasn't exclusively a Tom Baker. It wasn't exclusively a Colin Baker. It wasn't The Two Doctors wasn't exclusively a Colin Baker story because it had Patrick Troughton in it too. So it was a good one. So I think maybe I like this one better, probably because it also has Patrick Troughton in it. So it's nice. It's a yeah, I think this one's my favorite Colin Baker story that I own. If I had more, maybe I would decide on. Maybe I'd be able to decide better on which is my favorite Colin Baker story because I don't have all of them. So maybe my favorite would be one I haven't bought in yet. But from the ones I have, I think maybe, yeah, The Two Doctors. I think this is my favorite Colin Baker story. Colin Baker. And the Revelation of the Daleks is okay. I I didn't choose this one because I had already talked about the Daleks in the Tom Baker series of videos I did with the genesis of the Daleks. So that was part of the reason why I didn't choose to talk about Revelation of the Daleks. Otherwise, that's a good one too. I didn't really care for the DJ character in Revelation of the Daleks. Kind of thought that character was kind of annoying. But the rest of it, I think, is pretty good. So it's not the Mysterious Planet is not really my favorite story. I because I had already decided I wasn't going to talk about Revelation of the Daleks or the Two Doctors. That only left the Blu-ray collection, and I figure, well, because the Trial of a Time Lord is something that lasts for the whole season, I figured it made sense just to start at the beginning. So that's the only reason why I chose that one, because it was the first one. It introduced the idea of the trial. So that's why I chose the Mysterious Planet. Um, but it's an okay story. It's just not my favorite with Colin Baker. Um, being on trial. It's so it's a unique uh, it's a unique idea in it's different for Doctor Who to have this trial being on all season. So I guess that it's good that this one that it's good that I'm talking about this one because it does make it different and it makes it unique because there's a trial that's going on for the whole season. So that's something. But the court scene interruptions in this story and also in the stories that follow, the court scene interruptions, I they were it was different, but I didn't really I don't think I really cared for it. I think once when you're involved in the story, you don't want interruption. I feel like as the audience probably doesn't enjoy the story being interrupted. You just want to continue with the story and not have the courtroom interruptions. I believe. I think probably probably the audience didn't like that. I don't know. I didn't poll the audience, but it does seem like kind of annoying to when you're involved in the main story to have the courtroom interrupting the story. So I don't think it was okay, but I prefer not to have the courtroom interrupting scenes, taking you out of the story, the main part of the story. The best part of the Mysterious Planet, I think, was probably the with the Doctor and the immortal Drathro. That scene. I think that was the best part. It seemed to be the best uh, dialogue in the Mysterious Planet. They're arguing, the argument between the Doctor and the robot, the immortal. Okay, so that's what I think about the Mysterious Planet and the season, the Blu-ray, the entire. Well, the idea of the courtroom interruptions and the trial lasting the whole season. That's my thoughts on that. Okay. All right. So the special features. There is an info text and a commentary with Colin Baker, who is the Doctor, Nicola Bryant, who is Perry, Tony Selby, who is Glitz, and Adam Blackwood, who is Balazar. That's all who's on the commentary. Oh, there's another commentary for just the first episode of The Mysterious Planet with Eric Sayward, who was the script editor. So I'm mainly going to be talking about the special features. Well, no, not mainly, I suppose. I'm specifically going to be talking about. I'm especially going to be talking about the special features for this particular story, The Mysterious Planet. But I also went through the other discs on the Blu-ray collection. So I'll be discussing other special features that are not specifically for The Mysterious Planet. To say more about Colin Baker and Doctor Who at the time. Okay. All right. So then one of the special features is there's a making of documentary. It's broken up. There's a part 1. It's broken up, I think, 3 parts throughout the discs of the collection. Okay, so part 1 is on the first disc of the Blu-ray season collection. All right, and on that, making of documentary. Doctor Who was taken off the air during Colin Baker's time as the Doctor for about a year. I think it might have been a year and a half. Okay. Eric Sayward and John Nathan Turner decided, since the series was on trial, they would put the Doctor in Doctor Who on trial to make a metaphor of it. Colin Baker thought it was risky. He said to try and mirror reality with art and all that was a dangerous strategy. I guess I should stop now.